Well, I've been teaching dobro for over a dozen years, kind of stepped away from it here recently, but wanted to come back on and occasionally give some tips or some thoughts about music. Maybe some of y'all will find it helpful. One thing that I notice a lot of students did when I was teaching more heavily, taught thousands of students online, many in person, is that they would really downplay their own playing, not feel very confident about it, which in a way is certainly understandable when you're starting, or when you're relating to a teacher who has more experience than you downplay your own playing. Again, somewhat understandable. It always struck me though how amazing it was that someone was actually stepped into the musical realm at all. The moment you strike a string or make a note on an instrument or sing something, you are really entering a different dimension of experience and expression in the world than we are used to for most of our lives. Most of the time, we're using language, interacting with people. There's emotions, there's language, there's conversation. It's all a bit chaotic. With music, it really is a different way to relate to the world and to express into the world. And no matter what level you're at, the moment you begin, you take the first step in that world and you make a sound in some way, you truly have entered another dimension. And many students, I feel like, didn't quite experience that. Of course, you're trying to learn, it's difficult, the technique, all of that. But the raw experience of making sound in the world is really an amazing thing. That's why I got into music. I am a bit of an introvert in some ways. Certainly, when I was a teenager, I was much more of an introvert. And music was a way that I could interact in the world, even if it was just me in my bedroom making sounds. There was no opposition to what I was doing. I could do anything I wanted, anything I knew how to do, even if it was simple or basic. There was no one there telling me no, or there was no one telling me it wasn't any good. Only the voice in your head would do that. It's when you're at home, practicing or just playing for yourself. And that's how it all starts. It starts that way, is usually just somebody in a room by themselves making some sound. And it's a real opportunity. So these are really just words of encouragement to people who are beginning or struggling, or maybe you've plateaued, that sometimes when you tap into the raw experience of just making sound and appreciate the sound of your instrument or your voice in a mindful way, it can be a really powerful experience. And just a reminder that what you're doing is truly experiencing the world in a new and different way. And it can be a real inspiration when you take time to notice that. So I just wanted to come on here and say that. I hear so many people kind of, downplaying their playing, but when you take that first step, play that first note, you truly are doing something amazing and interesting and different. And to experience that and soak it up.